Hi guys, it's me again. Today we are talking about the film Barnyard. And after watching it, it made me think, cows have a heart too. I think it's kind of terrible that people eat meat all the time. These animals are no different to me or you. So without further ado, let's cook some beef. Oh, look at these. Yes, eating that Ben pack right now. Bang, one's on. And we're gonna have another.
Barnyard is a movie that everyone remembers? Kind of? I think everyone got reminded by it from all the memes a couple of years ago. It was a fun time, to be fair. This film is made by Nickelodeon Movies, which have released bangers such as Good Burger. Their best one is probably the SpongeBob movie, or maybe, I don't know, Rango. To be fair, I haven't seen that one in years. I can't lie though, I don't really remember this movie. I've always connected Barnyard to the TV series, which is weird because the same thing happened to Jimmy Neutron. I wasn't even aware that these were movies before shows, and I can't really speak for Barnyard, but I do remember that the TV series of Jimmy Neutron was way better than the movie. The director is Oscar nominee Steve Odekirk, and funnily enough, the film he got that nomination for was Jimmy Neutron. Like, I'm sorry, but that movie shouldn't have even been up against Shrek and Monsters Inc. But to be fair, it was the first year the animation category was in the Oscars, so I'll let that one slide. But anyway, Barnyard's premise is, what if animals could actually talk? What an original idea. We haven't seen anything like that before.
I was at a friend's house, and their dog was looking at me, but it was something human about the way it was staring at me, and it was a little disconcerting. So I, at one point, got up and left, and I just had this image in my head of the second I crossed through the door, he's just like, okay, I'm glad that guy's gone, and kind of gets up and, you know, walks over to the cat, and they go back to playing poker or something like that.
Wow, Steve, I have to say, that was quite an emotional story. It's so original too. I can't believe you came up with such an original concept on the fly like that.
It's got great animation, it's got style, heart, everything.
That's so true, Kevin James. I'm pretty sure everything you said is 100% true. The film made $120 million on a $50 million budget, but the film was quite panned by critics. So, the odds don't look that good, I can't lie. But I'll give this film a fair chance. I doubt it will be good, but hopefully there will be some good qualities, right? So it starts off at the barnyard with the farm owner leaving the property. We then get the obligatory scene where all the animals start talking and acting like humans.
Clear! Time to go to work!
The barnyard is run by this male cow named Ben. And yes, you heard that correctly. They couldn't even get basic facts right. In fact, there's loads of male cows in this movie. It's very strange. Could they not just make them bulls? If you guys didn't know this, there's no such thing as a male cow. That just doesn't work. But to be fair, he's probably the best part of the movie. He gives great words of wisdom.
Otis, a strong man stands up for himself. A stronger man stands up for others.
He's also played by Sam Elliott, who's a legend in his own right. We are then introduced into Ben's son Otis, played by the always fantastic Kevin James. What's interesting is that he did method acting to get into this role.
I'm very method cow. I would live amongst the cows.
Okay, that was a bit weird, I can't lie.
Are we supposed to not yell rock?
Wait, is that Sheen Estevez from Jimmy Neutron? So the Kevin James cow is a massive slacker and a screw up, and he just messes around the whole day with his friends. And sadly, there isn't really much character development with his chums. All of them are quite generic, to be honest. First off, there's the pig. He's fat. And the ferret. He wants to eat the chicken. And here we have Sheen Estevez. The mouse. I don't get his character, to be honest. He's just kind of there. He kind of reminds me of the mouse in Horton Hears a Who. So, you know, the characters are quite basic for a kids film. Like, if you remove most of these characters, the movie would work just fine. And that's obviously not a good sign for a well thought out movie. The side characters could work if Otis learned that they were a bad influence on him. But there's no character development like that at all. So Ben holds a meeting in the barnyard with all the animals, and here we are shown the film's humour.
Cool.
That's such a strange joke, guys. I straight up don't get that one.
The purchase of human articles from the Gopher Underground is strictly prohibited.
Haha, do you get it? The dad cow said not to buy human items and his slacker son does. Isn't that ringtone so funny? Ben just pretty much exposition dumps us on the setup of the film.
Lest I remind you, this is coyote season. These are ruthless and desperate creatures.
Like, yeah, the coyotes are bad. I already knew this from Kevin James, actually.
There's coyotes that are very evil. Coyotes.
So the whole conflict with Otis and his dad is that Ben is the disapproving dad archetype. I guess it gives them a purpose in the story, although it's something that we've seen a million times. The big issue in general with this film is that it lacks any bite whatsoever. It's not really dreadful in any way, it's just a bit lazy. It definitely would have been more acceptable if this was a TV movie, but this was a cinematic release. Remember, this came out the same year as Cars. Like, for example, the animation would have looked okay if it was released in about 1999, but it just has this cheap quality about it. Like, if you pause some of the scenes, some of those background characters look so generic. Some of those designs are pretty unintentionally disgusting as well. So that mixed with all the cringy jokes just give this film an aura of direct-to-video-ness. A film like this just makes me wish it tried a bit more. The audio in this movie just adds to the cheap feelingness of it all. There's weirdly a lack of sound effects in this kids film, which just makes some moments feel a bit off. Like, even if you weren't looking for it, you would sense that there is something wrong with this film.
It was nice to meet you, Otis.
Yeah, to you. You know what?
So Ben gives a speech to his idiot son on how to be a good leader, and Otis just shrugs it off and leaves. Wow, I wonder if this scene will come back to bite him later. And here we have one of the first memes from this film. Okay, even without the meme being involved, that is kind of funny. You made me laugh, movie. And I can't say that for all the films I've reviewed.
Who put that bar there?
We then get introduced to the love interest in this movie. A pregnant cow played by Courtney Cox. She's been in a lot of shit, hasn't she? And she moved into the barnyard because her husband died. Lol. So later on, Otis and Ben have another scene with each other, and Ben tells Otis to man up and help him with the coyotes, but he leaves his father again to do something childish. Again, I wonder if something bad will happen to Ben. Here we have another meme scene, the party scene. I hope you guys are ready.
She call me Mr. Bombastic, totally fantastic. Touch me on me box, she says I'm Mr. Roll.
This, right here, is true cinema. This is the best scene in the movie. It's so badass. And here we have the generic boring villain. He's the evil leader of the coyotes who like killing animals. And he ends up killing Ben. Great. The best character is already gone from the film. And surprise surprise, this comes back to haunt Otis. Didn't see that one coming. Hey, I'll give the movie this. At least it has the balls to kill off a character and not do a fake out scene, like almost every other animated film does. And now we have the slow piano music, just in case you didn't know how to feel in this scene. Otis is then elected to be put in charge, which even Otis himself can see that this is a terrible idea. Then we are introduced to the Jersey cows.
Hey, look at this! It's our new inside connection. Congrats, Otis!
They are from New Jersey, and they like causing trouble. I guess they're trying to reference the mafia, like in Goodfellas? That one was for the kids. New meme inbound, guys. We have the goat, known as Snotty Boy. God, what disgusting character design. So instead of learning from his previous mistakes, Otis joins the Jersey cows to get revenge on Snotty Boy. By the way, we are at 50 minutes in on the movie, and I feel like nothing has happened.
We're rebels! We're rebels!
Don't you just love drink driving?
Now remember, honey, I told you we can't
Just let him stay up late. I bet he just wants to play Among Us with the boys.
Yeah, we'll shake him up a bit, send him home. Get out, kids. Nothing a little strip search won't cure, yeah?
What the hell? Whoever made that joke at Nickelodeon needs to be locked up right now. I bet it was Dirty Dan.
Same time tomorrow night, huh? Hey guys, can you imagine Ben doing something like that?
Wow, that one cut deep. Cue the slow piano music. After the coyotes announce they are going to attack at night, Otis finally does the right thing. No, of course he doesn't. He announces that he's going to leave all his friends to die.
You and me, we like best friends.
No, Pep, it's over.
Best friends? I feel like we didn't see that at all. But no, the coyotes do a surprise attack, and Otis actually does the right thing for once, and he decides to confront the coyotes. Yay? I guess? Somehow the animals are still alive. Wouldn't the coyotes just kill them straight away? Whatever, I don't care anymore. Otis comes in to save the day, and says the quote his dad says.
A strong man stands up for himself. A stronger man stands up for others.
And him and the other animals on the farm defeat the coyotes, and even the Jersey cows come in to help. Sorry, what was the point of their scene then? I thought it was to show that they are bad people. But no, everyone including all the slackers do the right thing. And anyway, what do they do after this? They decide to steal motorbikes. Great character development here, guys. So Otis gets back to the birth of the Courtney Cox cow's son, and she calls it Ben. You know, after his dad. And this motivates Otis to stay the leader of the Barnyard. Wow, what a powerful ending. So yeah, that was Barnyard. And yeah, it's bad. The movie lacks any substance, the performances are so bland, the story is tried and true, and the animation has aged like milk. I felt like I watched an hour and a half of nothing. I genuinely felt like nothing happened in this movie. Most of the film is just Otis messing around and feeling sorry for himself. The film is really well paced, to be fair. I was never bored at it per se, but it still felt like a massive waste of time. Out of all the first class junk films, this one is not even being close to being my most hated, and it's an extremely easy watch. I'd rather watch this again than some of the mediocre films, to be honest, because at least this one isn't really boring. But for the reasons I said before, I can't really call this a good movie. It's pretty terrible, and I wouldn't recommend it at all. Thanks for watching.
It's junk. First class junk.